Hola. In this video, I am going to talk about the conceptual understanding that is behind our MYP language acquisition units. So, in our book, MYP Spanish by Oxford University Press, of course, all the units are by learning through concepts because this is the conceptual understanding is the basic of the MYP, and in language acquisition, we also do that. So all units have a key concepts, and we choose between one of the four key concepts that we have for language acquisition. These are the four C's. So it could be communication, connections, creativity, or culture. And then we choose normally two related concepts for the unit. Don't forget that the related concepts are the concepts that apply to our disciplines. In our case, is language acquisition. When we put those concepts together in the global context, then we have what we call the statement of inquiry. So this is the theory, and now the practice is how do we apply that in our units. So when we choose two related concepts and one key concepts, we keep those concepts in our minds throughout the unit. So we need to develop activities where we practice those concepts, and we make this because this is what we want to teach, and this is what the students we want the students to learn. Of course, this conceptual understanding must be shown in the assessment. So when we design our summative assessment, we need to keep in mind also those concepts that we have been teaching during the unit. I am going to give you an example. I am in the MYP Phase 1-2 book on Unit 7, La Vida Sana. And the concepts we have chosen for this unit is conventions, structure. These are the related concepts, and the key concept is communication. So throughout the unit, we are going to teach those concepts. So communication is going to be the basic. This is actually an easy one because as language teacher, we teach how to communicate. But we have created activities where the students are aware of the conventions and structure. Doesn't mean that we do other ones. Of course, we do other related concepts, but this unit is based basically on those two. So if we go through the unit, you will see on page 158 that we are teaching conventions through language. And this is the conventions to giving advices in our culture. So the topic is giving advices. So we make the students aware when to advise and what are the conventions in language structure to give an advice in Spanish. On page 159, we have also an activity where the students need to practice the convention and the structure by writing a text. In this case, it is an article. And if we go to page 145, then we are teaching the needed structures, language structures that are needed for this unit. In this case, is the imperativo, the command forms, that because we want to give advices, so students need to get used to those structures. All right, so this is the way we teach during the unit, but in the design of the summative assessment, we need to create questions in criterion A and B where the structure and the conventions are assessed. In this way, it is easy. So this is a strand 2. So this is basically conventions. But in the criteria C and D task, in speaking and in writing, we are going to assess, of course, the conventions, the text types that we have practiced in these units. I said the article or letters, and of course the language, the language tools and the language structures that has been practiced to be successful to complete the task. In this case, giving advices, using the command forms, etc., etc. So this is the concepts. This is what the students understand, and then we put the content. In this case, is healthy life and the vocabulary and other grammar. Okay. So every units have different concepts, and this is the basic of MYP: learning through concepts, understanding the conceptual and the concepts, and develop students' conceptual understanding. Gracias.